Welcome in once again to Yellow Jacket Football alongside Allen head coach Teddy Keaton. I'm Kay Crenshaw. We welcome you back into what will be week 2 of the 2022 campaign for the Yellow Jackets. Coach, first off, thanks for joining me here again. Let's go back to last week. A trip just up the road to Newberry, a 40-6 loss from your group, but we were speaking a little bit earlier, and you actually had some positive takeaways from that the score might not have indicated.
Yes, every loss is not a loss. We put our team on a national stage with a nationally ranked team. They were number 15 in the country. We're a 4-year program here. We're on our 4th season plan. I thought the kids fought well. They did some things. I think, however, there's some things that we could have did better as coaches to put the offense in a little bit better of a position to be able to maintain, drives and do the things that we needed to do. But, overall, I was very happy. Special teams played well at times. We had a few miscues, first game miscues where people make mistakes because it's the first game of the season. But overall, I was impressed with the way they played. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm happy with a loss. I'm never going to be happy with a loss, but you have to also be realistic to understand where you're at and where they're at.
One of the biggest parts of your offense that I know you'll want to turn around quickly is the run game. Under 100 yards last Saturday. What can they do to turn that corner led by Bo Harrington and get it going?
Again, I think that falls back on the play caller. We got to do a better job of mixing up the run and some passes. I think once we started getting down, that's a mentality that some people and some coaches get, that we got to play catch up. Just do what we do, stick to the game plan, stay on the script.
For the first time this season that Allen's coaching staff got to see your squad playing against somebody other than themselves. Was there anything you learned about your group last week that you didn't already know going in?
Resilience. I felt that they played even when the moment of adversity, different calls that didn't go their way. We had a rain delay for almost 2 hours. They fought through it. They kept going. It was hot. It was muggy. Any adversity that could have been thrown at them, it was thrown at them that day, and I think they fought through it, and I'm very proud of them in that aspect. I think there's things that a lot of things that we got to go to the drawing board. I think the difference between this week and last week is how we respond.
Well, coming out of week 1, heading into week 2, what's the injury report look like for your group?
We're perfectly healthy. I was very happy about that. That's always a plus, that you can come out of a game of that type of environment and you come out healthy, and I'm very proud of that too.
As we know, one game does not define an entire season, and the Yellow Jackets have a big opponent coming up this Saturday for the home season opener in Johnson C. Smith. First, though, it's a fresh opponent this week, but you look at them and they've got a couple fresh faces. It's starting at the top with brand new head coach and Maurice Flowers. Last year at Fort Valley State, I know previously you two shared a little bit of a connection. For those that don't know, walk me back through your history with Coach Flowers.
Well, me and Coach Flowers shared at Miles College on Reginald Ruffin. He was the offensive coordinator, and I was his tight ends running back coach. We had a great time together. He's an extremely intelligent coach. He does a really good job with offense. I'm excited to be able to play him again. And at Fort Valley last year, we had a good head-to-head, fight against each other, and he pulled it out in the end. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Flowers and what he's doing with his program and trying to, he went back to his alma mater to take over a program that he wants to see back to the glory days, sort of similar to what we're doing here at Allen, trying to build it back up to what it used to be.
Well, Coach Flowers went back to Johnson C. Smith. He also took his quarterback from last season with him, in Tyrell Jackson, South Carolina native, now playing at the Johnson C. Smith. You go back to last year's matchup against Fort Valley, over 340 yards through the air. I know he's a talented prospect, but looking at him this year again, even looking back to last season's game, what do you remember about his gameplay?
He's very good. He makes excellent reads. He's got poise in the pocket. I think he's an excellent quarterback. He distributes the ball equally. I think he's the right guy to manage their offense.
And then you talk about, you're going to watch a lot of Fort Valley film from last year, of course, with the Coach Flowers and Tyrell Jackson connection, but you also go back to Johnson C. Smith's film last year. Of course, they only have a game under their belt this season. What's the biggest difference, though, you see in them from a year?
They changed their total philosophy on offense. Coach Flowers is a spread guy. They've been a 20-eye personnel guy for a long time under Coach Blunt. So they're all learning and they're feeling their way through, trying to define what the offense is going to look like. And I think they've done a really good job of defining that with Tyrell at the quarterback spot. That gives them an opportunity for that to be successful.
Last year, Allen locked up a 20-19 victory on the road at Johnson C. Smith. And Coach, you scored with under a minute left last year. I know you're not hoping so much for those late game heroics. You want to get a steady lead heading into the second half. If there's one key for your group heading into this weekend, what is it?
Play consistent. Sustain drives. Get off the field on third down. The mental mistakes. We got to eliminate those things, and we got to start fast, finish fast. I think every game is one of our weak points that we have been starting slow. We tend to take 2 or 3 drives for us to get it going on offense, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And if you notice in a lot of games last year, we started off behind on the scoreboard. We would be down 14 or 21 points, and then all of a sudden we'll strike lightning right before halftime, and then it'll be 26-20 going into halftime. Well, we need to do that and put it on the front end and kind of, finish strong as well.
This Saturday is the home season opener for the 2022 Yellow Jackets. Kickoff set for 6 p.m. where Allen plays host to Johnson C. Smith. Coach, for those who may not have ever taken in a Yellow Jacket home game, it's an incredible environment between the band, the dance crew, everyone around. It's an all-out party on Saturday. What excites you most heading into the first home game day?
Just to be at home. Our kids to be at home, to be able to play. They took the first one on the road. Now they're coming back and they'll be ready to go. I love the band, the atmosphere, the home environment in itself does a thing. Tickets are still on sale. You can go to www.auyellowjackets.com, click on ticket, and we put this new ticketing system in place where you get it digitally. You can buy it right off your phone, come right in the game and enjoy the festivities that's going to be there on Saturday. It's just a great operation.
It's an exciting time here in Columbia as Allen plays host to Johnson C. Smith this Saturday. Like Coach Keaton said, head over to auyellowjackets.com and click on the tickets tab, and we'll see you there on Saturday. Well, that'll wrap it up for us here on this week's edition of Yellow Jacket Football. For Teddy Keaton, I'm Kay Crenshaw. We'll see you next time.